Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
Welcome to the real world.
Good morning, night city, a day in the life. I was on my own, catching a ride with the lady. Her hair hangs down past her thighs, blue and pistol shit. Satisfies, leather jacket, zipped up tight. Big ones coming, look for lost and found. I have been by a night city where your appetite weighs you out to sunrise.
We are live.
Oh, we are.
Yeah,
What?
TheNuGeekz. That's right.
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
Wake the up, samurai. We have a city to burn.
Welcome to a new perspective on the modern day geek. And now, without further ado, please welcome your host, Leon of TheNuGeekz.
Hello, everyone. It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you. How's everybody been? I feel like it's been forever. I feel fresh, like a new babe. I don't know what I'm doing anymore, guys. I don't know if I'm cut out for this streaming stuff. I just don't know what to do with myself. No, I'm just kidding. Man, welcome back to the channel. It's been a long time. Wow. It's a new year, 2025. How'd everybody bring in the new year? Everybody feel good? Everybody do it in a big way? Were you guys quiet? Nothing wrong with a quiet new year, right? I see we got a few people in the chat representing. Thank you guys for joining TheNuGeekz. I kind of missed you guys a little bit. Let's see who's in the chat so far. We got the Prime representing. I see you, Prime. We got Nessa Noel saying hello. How are you, darling? Hope your new year was brought in with joy. We got Frank C. That's right. Tonight, we may bring a little fire. I don't know. I'm going to try to make this a quick one because I have a prior engagement. But so we're here for a good time, not a long time, right? We got Venkata pulling up. How are you, sir? Welcome back. Thank you for joining the chat. We got Qatar in the building. What's up, Qatar? Happy New Year to you as well, sir. Happy New Year to you as well. We got Josh Herrera with finally, The Dark Knight returns to 2025. Happy New Year to you as well, man. You are always a welcome face. And, of course, your Syndicate. You're a made man. Hey, everyone, Leon, be ready for those studio bots. You know what they're trying to do? Yeah, you know. Born ready for this. We got Osa Fresh. Welcome back, man. Good evening to everyone except James Bum. Except that guy. Now we can welcome him too. He's welcome to come in if he'd like. Man, so you guys pulled up for something that I don't really do, man. I'm not a scooper. It's not what I do. I got a real job. I have an actual career. At least stop. I mean, it's true. I do have a lucrative career. But I don't do the whole scoop game thing. That's not my thing. I don't report exclusives. That's not my thing. But I do happen to know people that know people, you know. And I just so happen to know people who know me. So I recently had the privilege to converse with a Hollywood insider, someone who actually works within the industry, not just someone who is giving hearsay or passive information. This is someone who is hands-on in the field, if you will, of Hollywood and filmmaking and blockbusters. But before we get into all that, let me go ahead and look at my little agenda here. First, let me cover something that I don't know why I don't do this very often, but I need to start doing this a lot more often. Let's see. Let me know if what I'm about to play sounds weird, and then I'll just do some adjustments later on. But this is just my little trial run here. First, let me put this up real quick. And let me address something very important. Zack Snyder Cell Movement. You guys, the lovely people in the chat right now, the people who have kept this fandom strong. And what I mean by fandom is the DC Universe fandom. The ones who come to love DC and those that came by way of Zachary Edward Snyder, right? A lot of us, we grew up reading the comics and reading and watching the cartoons and the TV shows, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then we evolved and, now we're here. And when we're asking third parties, particularly Netflix, to continue the Snyderverse. So what I'm about to play is just, a little refresher, a little reminder about the ROEs, etc. Just let me know if this sounds weird. It's just something I've been cooked this up, but I never played it. So let me know if it sounds funny, guys.
As one of the co-founders of Zack Snyder's Cell Movement, it would be remiss of me if I didn't mention the movement itself. The mission? For Zack Snyder to continue his Snyderverse on Netflix in live-action form. When utilizing the hashtags on trending days, hashtag sell ZSJL to Netflix, and hashtag sell Snyderverse to Netflix, remember, let's try to follow the rules of engagement. Rule number 1, please be positive. Our conversation is with Netflix, so we don't really have a reason to be negative towards them at all. Rule number 2, try not to mix the hashtags with any other hashtags. We encourage you to use the hashtags in pairs. Rule number 3, don't mention WBD or any of their affiliates while using the hashtags. Again, our conversation is with Netflix, and our conversation is straightforward. Thank you for participating, and thank you for all you've done. We greatly appreciate all the work that's been put in behind the scenes and all the passion that you put forward throughout many platforms. Again, thank you.
All right. Let me know how that sounds, guys. If it sounds weird or whatever, because I don't know the quality on my end sounds great, but for you guys, you could be like, yo, I didn't really catch this and that. So just let me know you guys' opinions. It's just going to be something I'll be tweaking, throughout the coming days, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Let me tap back into the chat. Oh, we got DC Batman pulling up. What's good, yo? How you doing? We got Mama Bear representing. How are you, Mama Bear? Happy New Year to you again. We got Danger pulling up. What's good, Danger? Happy you came along, brother. We got Deadshot Floyd Lawton. I got to check to make sure there's no red dots anywhere. You know what I'm saying? That brother don't miss. Welcome back, bro. All right. So let me check the time real quick. 7:37. 7:37. You know what? Let me just jump into this. I'd like to discuss real quick because, we've seen a lot of different things that have been happening with Zack Snyder and, the different opinions and the different pieces of information that have come out lately in regards to, his world being successful or not, his movies being successful or lack thereof, right? That's what we've been told. Like everything that Zack Snyder does is bad and it's unsuccessful, right? But lately we've been seeing a lot of things that have pretty much, you know, come against those notions, right? Like recently, we even had Collider come out, and I know Sky's touched on this on his channel. We had Collider come out, and they had to bend the knee, right? They even had to say that, you know, love him or hate him, action director Zack Snyder has had a very busy and successful career as of late, from his most recent project as a co-creator of Netflix's new adult animation show, Twilight of the Gods, to directing 4 movies in the last 4 years. Snyder is showing no signs of slowing down his output. Snyder's most recent film work, Rebel Moon Part 1, A Child of Fire, and Rebel Moon Part 2, The Scar Giver, as well as their respective director's cuts, were all incredibly successful on Netflix. That's crazy, right? We've been told for I don't know how long, from even before this stuff came out, that it was going to flop, and then we were told it was unsuccessful and that Netflix isn't going to renew anything and blah 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 blah. But it turns out everyone was wrong again, and we were right again. Isn't that something? It's almost like a pattern, you know. It's almost like you shouldn't believe the media. And this is why independent spaces like this continue to grow and continue to garner a grassroots believability. You know, everybody kind of latches on to these sort of platforms because, you know, right or wrong, people like us, you guys can come and hold us accountable. Hey, Leon, you know, what you said was trash. I heard this, and I can come and retract and say, hey, you know what? You're right. After doing some research, I can say that this was bad, and I can flip my opinion into going into the new facts, right? That's not what you're going to get from legacy media. So it's really interesting that a platform like Collider would finally come out and admit when they were wrong, because they were one of the ones that were kind of anti-Zack for the longest. And recently they were kind of quiet on his recent projects, right? So I think it's fascinating. It makes me wonder if there's something that's going on behind the scenes in favor of Zack. Fingers crossed. Hey, we got the homie, Superman himself, Skywalker the Jedi, pulling up saying the new facts. Yeah, hashtag the new facts. Absolutely. So yeah, it really does. It makes me wonder if there's something big going on behind the scenes, because there's been a lot of chatter lately of Zack Snyder's successes, this being one of them. Again, also something that's been heavily covered within our community, especially by way of the great Skywalker. We see this French publication releasing information about the top 10 biggest, most successful projects, the video on demand, the streaming, the what households are latching onto, right? Post pandemic, as I like to say. So post that, you get the top, look at the top 5. You have Avatar, which makes total sense in 2023, incredibly successful. That holds up right now within this sphere of 2021 to 2024, right? And then you got, what is that? That's a French film, In Plus. I don't know that film. Maybe I got to check that out. You got number 3, Top Gun Maverick. That's pretty incredible that there's a lot of American-made films in this. You know, I think this might be the second largest market as far as the European market. Somebody in the chat can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is certainly one of the largest markets in the European market. And Top Gun Maverick coming in at number 3. And then number 4, you know, it's not a Marvel project. It's not it's not even one of the little DC projects that have come out lately, right? No, it's a big DC project that came out. It was the championed by the people, the global phenomenon. It was Zack Snyder's Justice League coming in at number 4. And the interesting part for me You know, and shout out to number 5, Spider-Man No Way Home. I think was that No Way Home? Yeah, it's No Way Home. I think. I don't know. One of those Spider-Man movies. But the thing that in my mind I highlight is that it's interesting that the global phenomenon known as Zack Snyder's Justice League came out in 2021. So if you're curating a top 10 and the first year that you're utilizing in your curation of information from 2021 to 2024, you would think that, Zack Snyder's Justice League, as unsuccessful as they tried to make it seem here in the States, right, in the good old US of A, this bad boy still hanging on strong at number 4. It still secured the top 5 within a matter of 2021 to 2024. That's pretty damn incredible. Pretty blessed incredible, I should say. So, hey, everybody, round of applause for Zack Snyder's Justice League still holding on. Matter of fact, this deserves, you know what I'm saying? Drop some other effing bombs for ZSJL. Yo, let's go one more time. Let's go one more time. Yeah, man. ZSJL. I'm acting surprised, but I'm not surprised. I think as time goes on, we're going to keep seeing more and more information trickle out that this film was actually one of the most successful films of all time, not just for comic books, but just overall and in general. Especially given the fact that this film had very little promotion compared to its predecessors. So this is actually quite the feat, you know. Let me check the chat. See what y'all thinking about this. We got Floyd Lawton with the bombs. You know what I'm saying? We got more bombs. Everybody dropping bombs in the chat. Yeah, for ZSJL. We got Sergeant Giratina. Thank you for showing up. Nice to see you streaming again. Oh, yeah, for sure, for sure. I don't know if I'm going to make this a habit, though, man. I just came to drop a bomb. Shout out to Mikey Sutton. Shout out to Mikey Sutton. I just came to drop a bomb and then dip, you know. A little pressed for time. But let me go ahead and let me move on. Let's see. Man, I had a couple more topics, but I apologize. I am pressed for time. But let me go ahead and stop playing with y'all, man. Let me stop playing with y'all. I know what you're here for. You didn't come here for this sexy voice. No. You came here for something else. Let me go ahead and get to this. TheNuGeekz exclusive. Superman L. But before I do that, there's been a shift. We have Superman, Skywalker the Jedi. Let me get this overlay out the way so the people
wait real quick. Can I speak on that real brief? Because I just noticed something when you had it up there.
Oh yeah, go for it. Which one are you talking about? The French chart.
Yeah,
go for it.
That would make ZSJL the biggest comic book movie that's been released post-pandemic in France, right?
Yeah.
Bigger than No Way Home, bigger than the Batman. Well, that's Guardians 3, right? What else? You know what I'm saying? Like, I can just go down the list. Every single comic book movie that has been released post-pandemic fell short when compared to ZSJL. So I just wanted to make that part clear.
Facts. And I'm being remiss, man, to mention that the success.
I'm back, baby.
It wouldn't let you banish an icon. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Skywalker is back. You know what I'm saying? Holy world's finest Batman. That's right.
Rocking a Batman shirt too for the homies.
Facts. We back. Yeah. Like Kenny Omega said, whether you like it or not,
we're back and we're on the warpath.
Oh yeah. So, man, before I get into that, the NuGeekz exclusive brought to you by the Syndicate Network.
Yeah.
Superman
I have no idea what this is, by the way, y'all. I refuse to let him tell me.
Word. And I wasn't trying to overhype it or anything. You know, it's,
no.
It's an opinion.
He totally said that I could have known. I could have known several times. Yep. He tried to tell me. I said no. I want to find this shit out live. 100%.
For sure. Let me get this information out before, people start coming in like this.
So I really don't want to hear it anymore. It's just like James Gunn's little bitches who are giving me that problem.
I've never seen that.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to incur their wrath. So let me go ahead and let me get this off before people like this start jumping.
Do you think James Gunn can reboot the DC universe properly?
Does this answer your question?
Oh my gosh. James Gunn. 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 Woo!
Yo, what? Yo, what? Woo! My goodness. That's beautiful. That's beautiful, guys. I don't know. That's cute. That was cute. Wow. Good Lord. The audience being garnered for this film. So, I said this earlier, but, it begs repeating. I recently had the pleasure of having a discussion with an actual Hollywood insider. And this industry insider, this isn't just someone who was or is, BS. This individual works at a certain capacity within the Hollywood industry. I'll say that. I'm trying to be coy about specifics, right? So what I'm about to say, you can take it as fake, a lie, a rumor, or a grain of salt, whatever. I personally
can't wait to find out who this was from too, but I get to find out later.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. I'm just getting this out there. I personally don't give a fuck, if you believe me. I don't. I'm getting this information out there because it needs to be said. And this is just the opinion of individual or individuals within the industry and what they think based on the fact that they have actually watched the entirety of the film.
Oh, shit.
They've actually watched Superman, formerly known as Legacy, the project that will now be dubbed Superman L. Well, at least according to this insider. So the insider told me that they had to watch the movie based on their job. They have to watch it, like it's their actual job to watch the movie when they've been assigned to do a certain thing that they do within the industry. Once they get assigned that project, they have to create this other project based on them watching the entirety of the film or movie, right? And so, as such, this isn't coming from the opinion of someone who is a Zack Snyder, let's say, cultist, a stan, or bro, or whatever terminology one
so
would
it didn't
like
come
to
from
use.
me, right? Or anybody like me.
Right. Exactly. Hey, Sky.
No, I'm a red-blooded cultist, homie.
Hey, 100%. Bro, do me a favor. I got to check on something really quick. Can you tap in with the chat? I'll be right back.
Come on, man. Hey, what's going on, y'all? Y'all know how good it feels to be back up here on a panel with the homie. Man, y'all have no idea, man. I was laid up, messed up, and I feel so much better than I have been. And so I just want to thank y'all for being here first and foremost. You know what I mean? We got the good Austin in the building. What's going on, homie? Right? Shout out to Austin, Mama Bear Doll, Qatar, Floyd Lawton, Josh Herrera. What's going on? All y'all, man. Qatar, Sergeant Giratina, Frank C. Who else in here? Bat Dan's in here, Venkata. Man, I'm so happy to hear what he about to say though, because I could have found out more like days ago, but I was like, nah, bro, I'm about to or was it yesterday? Either yesterday or the day before. But I was like, yo, I want to find out live on stream what is going on. We got Chris Brown. What's going on, Chris Brown? Man, feeling so much better, bro. Happy to be back streaming with the homies.
What are the likes like right now?
Oh, I don't even know, bro. I don't even know. Hold up.
Hey, y'all, get the likes up. Get the likes up.
I checked. It was like 15 or something. So
spread the word. Let me deliver a message real quick.
When you enter the lair, show some decorum. Hit the like, share, and subscribe to the TheNuGeekz.
I saw it say 18 likes, boss.
Appreciate you. And y'all
tell them about the gun line, boss.
You heard the ladies. Show some decorum. Hit the like, share, and subscribe. Now, to the coup de grace, the information that everyone is here for.
Okay. Yeah.
So, this insider's opinion, who is not a Zack Snyder stan, who is not anybody that Sky knows, this individual has been in the industry for a number of years, and again, their job is to watch the entirety of a film and then take what they've seen and create another project based on that. That's their job. Their opinion of the film is that it's going to suck. It's trash. And if not for the fact that they
had to watch that shit, yeah, right?
They would have rather not watched it. So,
shit.
I should have did some betting odds of what the chat would have thought, right?
Oh my god, bro!
Before I said that,
as soon as you started saying, "Yo, like it's their job to watch stuff like this," I was about to say, "This motherfucker gonna say that if not for the job, he wouldn't have watched it."
And this individual or individuals, they literally, again, this is their job to watch movies.
All bad.
This is their job to watch movies. They get paid to watch the entirety of movies, the entirety of films, and then do a project. Mm-hmm. So I'm not even technically saying that this is like a critic. I'm also not saying it's not, but what I'm saying is that this is about as maybe general audience as it gets. This person doesn't have a dog in the fight. This isn't like someone who's like, hey, so, Zack Snyder's the GOAT. No, this is someone who just like, they watch movies. they could give a shit about the passions of fans.
If they get paid, whether it's a good movie or bad.
Right. It's like, if you have a passion, I was telling Sky about I use a car analogy. I think it was last night. You know, it's like, it is what it is. You just have to take that information and what? Like, I can't look at that. Even if I was a staunch Superman fan or a staunch like Bum fan, James Bum fan, what am I going to do with that? Scoff at the guy? This is his expertise. Or gal, or gals, or guys, you know? So, what are your thoughts on that, Sky? Are you surprised by this information?
Not surprised at all, bro. Look, we saw everything from them trying to make it seem like Zaslav is selling those shares right before the trailer came out. Didn't mean nothing. They tried to tell us that they wasn't really going to be doing no reshoots, right? They did. Those right? We've been hearing about these screenings that have been taking place. There's all these things that have been happening that would lead up to them not being faithful in this movie's quality, right? So
absolutely,
you know, when we get on the internet and we say these things, it's not because we just only want it to be that way. It's because this is how shit is shaking out, right?
Facts. Exactly. And that's the thing, like, you can see, we're not going to sit here and pretend like we can't see the shit, right? Like, we see the suit suck. We see everybody else's suit sucks. We see the hair and makeup look bad. We see that at best, this is, and I actually, you know, I was having this discussion. I said this to the industry insider. I said, or insiders, I said, you know, at best, to me, this seems like a poor man's Richard Donner or poor man's Zack Snyder, and maybe they're both kind of slammed into one, right?
Yeah, that's what it looks like. It looks like nothing new. It either came from Donner or Zack.
Right, exactly. You know, like slammed into one. So it's like
the only new shit is the goofy ass haircuts.
Correct. It's like they a poor man's version of work that's already been done better. So, you know, and for those that are just kind of trickling in, the count kind of went up in the views. My channel isn't some huge channel. I'm not somebody who's like trying to make this a career or whatever. And I'm not knocking those who do it. I do this for fun, etc. So I don't really expect this to get all major and whatnot. But for those who are coming in, I'll just reiterate what the industry insider, what their opinion is. I'll even go as far as say their expert opinion is. Their expert opinion on Superman L is that it's going to be an L. And that if not for the fact that they had to watch it, they would have preferred not to have ever seen it. That's really interesting to me.
Woo! Hey, we tried to tell them, bro, when Zaslav sold those shares and they came on here and was trying to act like, hey, Sky, y'all just don't know how business works. And then we had Stino, who literally used to work in the financial field, literally in there, come on here and explain to you exactly why this was not that.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And they come over here. Well, Bob Iger did it too. Well, Disney fucked up too. Excuse my French. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's true. Like, and then, you know, it's interesting because it's always been about, like, you know, the success of, you know, Bum's movies and why he should be on board. We've had so many arguments about that, even to the point that Grace Randolph has had to argue about this sort of thing. And she's not some like huge Zack supporter, right?
Kay Walton, James Gunn's not more successful than Zack Snyder at the box office. Zack Snyder, look at Batman v Superman and how well 300 did and all that stuff. Boy, I gotta tell you, James Gunn's fans, you guys are like, you're more aggressive. Let's just say more aggressive than even Snyder fans. And that's saying something. Woo! And you got a lot of free time, I must say.
Woo! Bro, that was like the extra little piece. Like, yo, I know that shit about to blow up. You know what I'm saying? She's like, I don't care. I said that shit.
It's funny, man, because like I'm not even a fan of hers, you know, but when she's right, man. And it's funny because here's the thing that I stopped doing. I stopped arguing with people about the quality of his movies. I started doing the same shit that Transformers fans would do and say, look at the box office. And I'm like, there's merit to that, man.
Yeah.
There's merit. You know what I'm saying? Like, because here's the thing. I know myself, and I can even say Sky. The both of us have done so much deep diving into other things in life when it comes to finances, when it comes to politics, when it comes to just the overall social movements and behaviors of people. He and I have done so many things. After doing these journeys along with him, I've come to the conclusion that the media is so broken and is so utilized as a weapon against the people that I don't give a shit about narratives where one goofball in the chat will jump in and say something like, oh, there's no what was it that was said? There's no like there's no hype for a thing. And it's like,
oh yeah,
what are we even talking about? So what I do is I'm not debating opinion. You can say Zack sucks. You can say his films suck. What's not going to be debated is the numbers.
Facts.
I'm not. Yeah, you can't. It's not gonna happen,
bro. And I've always said this. Zack Snyder was the first person that I've ever heard of in Hollywood whose movies had to make a bunch of money and be critically receptive well. Like usually it was only one or the other. Like if your movie did well critically, you know, and it just kind of failed to have some box office or whatever, hey, they may, you know, you may even still get a sequel depending on how well that you did on like home video or whatever, right? But Zack's movies had to be critically successful and make a bunch of money, which is fucking crazy.
And then
like that's a crazy expectation to put on any filmmaker.
And then what they'll do is they'll do this thing where they'll weaponize both things interchangeably.
Facts.
So if you get a bunch of people that say, well, F you, man, I saw the movie 100 times, which is why it made $800 to $900 million, right? And then they, well, the critics think it sucks and nobody liked it. And it's like, well, you can't say nobody liked it because it damn near made $1 billion. So that's stupid. Number one. And number two, who cares if critics hate it? Well, it's got to be success because critics matter. And it's like, why? Because legacy media who likes to weaponize narratives say so? Because that's literally the only people that suddenly give a damn about what a critic thinks. I've never had a conversation with a person in real life where they've said to me that Rotten Tomatoes mattered before they would go see a movie. Like literally never. Even at the height of Rotten Tomatoes, it's never been a factor. Like I'm not leaving my house to go see a movie because of Rotten Tomatoes. A brief little conversation, maybe, but that's going to be the deciding factor. Never. Oh, one more thing that I wanted to add. So after hearing this information, it came to no surprise to me that James Gunn may want to try to pull this move next, right?
And then it'd be exciting to see where we'll go from there.
And last thing for you, I spoke to James Gunn recently, and I asked him, obviously he talked about, letting you do your Reeves verse on his own. And I did ask him, have you contemplated recently integrating Rob into the DCU? And he said, they've talked about it because you talk about everything.
Sure, yeah.
What's your attitude about that at this point?
I mean, it really comes down to whether or not it makes sense. And, I think what's been great is there was really a kind of a story that I wanted to tell, we're calling the epic crime saga and all of that, which is the thrust of what we wanted to do. And it's been important to me to be able to play that out. And, James and Peter have been really, really great about that, and they're letting us do that. And, what the future brings, I can't really tell you. I have no idea right now, except that my head is down now about getting the Batman Part 2 shooting and to make it something really, really special, which of course is the most important thing.
And if they decide, like, we really want Rob to be our DCU Batman?
I don't know. Well, we'll have to see where that goes.
Fair enough. I won't put you on the spot anymore.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Enjoy this night. Congratulations
Thanks
on
so
everything,
much.
man.
Appreciate it.
Always good to see you.
Good to see you, Josh. And then,
listen, man, Matt,
Pressure in
can you
that
hear
man,
me?
bro. Pressure in that man publicly, dog.
Do not.
Don't nobody want.
Bend the knee. No. Go off. Don't bend the knee, Matt.
Bruh, you see that? That's pressure, bro. That's like public pressure. That's like, yo, you gonna get an answer. Like, yo, it's almost like this one time where that seemed really similar to this time where I was it was some game show. I think it was like E3 or whatever the equivalent of E3 is now with the IGN shit or whatever, right? And it came out that Tomb Raider, which had formerly kind of been on like all the platforms, Tomb Raider was going to be exclusive to Xbox. I remember them sitting there and they would not let the developers off the fucking stage, bro, until they made sure that they got an answer that game was going to be coming on PlayStation later.
Wow.
Like, it was so crazy. It got fucking announced as like an Xbox exclusive, and bro, they would not stop. Just like you can see how Matt clearly said, yo, we've talked about it, but I want my story to play out. They know how important that is to me to have that play out, and I'm grateful that they're gonna let me do that. He literally answered the question right there.
Yep.
And said, yo, he's not coming. But what is he saying? Oh no, but what if they really, really want him there though? Bro, who the hell are you speaking for, dog?
Right. It's like, damn, bro, you're not the white-haired bitch that's asking for this man to bend the knee. Why are you being the representative?
He answered your question. He answered the fucking Leon. Did he not fucking answer the question?
I thought he answered it thoroughly and professionally.
And then he asked him again.
Yep. Like, let me be clear, because you didn't really say yay or nay. We need to know where your head's at, essentially. We need you to bend the knee.
I'm sorry, bro. That just got me a little amped up because that really reminds me of that Tomb Raider situation. And I was sitting there thinking, I was like, bro, what? Ain't no way that they'd announce that as being like only on PlayStation. And then they'd have sat there and kept pressuring them on stage until they gave them an answer. Like, bro, like just back to back to back. Just like he did now. And they telling you to look at the chat, bro.
Wait, look at the chat. What happened? What happened?
What the last chat say?
Oh, wow. Hey, thank you guys. Thank you guys. Wow. I appreciate it. Moving up in the world. Finally seeing those 200. That's what's up. Thank you, Mama Bear, for pointing that out. That's excellent. That is excellent. I appreciate that. Let me see if I can find a drop to commemorate this. Let's see. Oh, let's go with this one.
There's something really interesting with this character that I find fascinating, which is that he genuinely really does just want to do the right thing. Mm-hmm. But everywhere he goes, whether it's a new town or a new bar, people just kind of give him a hard time and they rag on him despite the fact that he has great intentions. I'm curious if that's comparable to this sort of world, this culture of toxic fandom, where like if you make a movie, especially if you make a superhero movie, like you have great intentions, but there are always going to be a small yet vocal group of people there can kind of just be toxic.
I understand what you're saying, but when it comes to fans, it is a fan's right to have whatever opinion they want to have. And people are going to be upset because, especially when you're talking about books or games, because you're never going to be the exact person who they had in their head or who they played on Witcher 3, for example. I don't necessarily consider that toxic. I just consider that passionate.
Shouts out to Henry, dog.
Man, what a goat. What a goat!
Shouts out to Henry, dog.
What a goat, bro.
Hey, what would Joe Superman have said?
He would have ate a donut in the camera, goofball.
He'd turn around. Oh, yeah, sure. Toxic.
Yeah, man. And this what your boy about to be doing.
Honor the pledge your ancestor made to mine. Bend the knee, and I will name you Warden of the North.
It takes no time to bend the knee. Pledge your soul to her cause.
And why would I do that?
I will fight for you. I will fight for the North.
What you got to do, though? You got to do one thing.
When you bend the knee.
Hey, Matt. Ooh. Don't do it. Don't do it, dog.
Nah, don't do that, Matt. Shouts out to Matt, man. Look, I think Matt just think about this. He said he want to start shooting this year, bro. I think he's low-key hinting towards that script is done. I'm keeping it a buck.
I thought he already came out and said it, though. And then, like, they took it back.
Too.
And I swore I saw it.
James keeps saying, yo, the script not finished. I heard him say it was done before.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I heard too. Crazy. And I knew I wasn't tripping. And I had a bunch of people trying to go off and call me a liar on Twitter. And I'm like, bro, I know what I heard, man. Like, and I know what I saw, but hey, it's all good. The script's not done. Either way, man, do not bend the knee. Don't do it, Matt. Don't do it.
Don't go out like David Ayer, bro. Don't do it, bro.
Hey, that's facts, though. That is facts. Give me one.
Yeah, bro.
One moment.
Look, yo, y'all don't see by now that that's how they be doing these little tactics is they talk through the fucking media, right? Like, it's so obvious that guy does not ask that question to Matt Reeves so fervently because he answered it. So, like, if you have your answer, why would you press? Bro, don't nobody really want to see Pattinson join the DCU like that, bro. I know I don't. Bruh, I have said this multiple times. When I left the theater watching The Batman, I felt more excited about the sequel than I liked the first movie, which means what? That I'm probably going to go see the sequel just to check it out. I said that if Pattinson ends up in this DCU nonsense, bro, I'm not gonna want to go see that movie. That will remove, bro. What little hype and what little hope that I had for that movie, right? It would remove that. This shit is a dumpster fire, bro.
100%. And before
I knocking with that trailer like that, dog.
Before I move on, I had to do this real quick to represent because this is my first exclusive. I don't know if I ever get any other ones, but and I'm not some scooper. This isn't gonna be. I'm not gonna be, Apex Leon Scooper Supreme. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta give a shout out to the homie. You know what I'm saying? That was the Scooper Supreme. The big homie. May he rest in peace, Mikey Sutton. Had to show him some love. Let me give a moment of silence for the homie. For the big homie. For the big homie.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, Mikey verse forever. Man, so many memories. But yeah, I mean, not to be clunky on an outro. I'm not necessarily dipping right this very second, but like that's pretty much. I mean, it's not pretty, guys. That's it. That's the information. According to an insider who works within the Hollywood industry, whose very job is to watch, quite literally watch movies and films before they come out so that they can then do a project based on the film. Their opinion of the movie is that the movie sucks and is going to suck, and they would not be surprised if it does not do well in the box office. These are the opinions of a Hollywood insider and a Hollywood expert.
Crazy, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And shout out to the good Austin for his awesome thumbnail. You know what I'm saying? He says, absolutely sky, keywording to. He asks, what if James wants? What if they want? Setting a narrative of them being the overlords of DC, like who? Or right like the guy James wants to be Feige. Exactly. What were we going to say, Sky?
Yeah, I was going to say to Mama Bear saying that Gunn's going to be shelving it. Yo, I have no idea how, unless this shit is like sabotage, how they would even allow James Gunn to shelve this movie. Like, bro, this shit came out and made $700 something million, dog.
Yep.
Right? When your film came out, it made 100 and something. Right?
And was a nearly $200 million flop.
Exactly. Your fucking Peacemaker show did YouTube numbers, right? This fucking Creature Commandos thing didn't pop off. Wasn't a great launch to the DCU that they thought it was going to be. The Superman trailer is like, yo, see, look, here is one thing, right? You can like, and this goes for like every different realm of life, pretty much, right? You can always fool the public and you can fool like laymen and people that don't know what they're talking about. What it's impossible for you to fool is your peers. It will always be impossible to fool your peers because they know what the fuck is going on. It's why I have a certain disdain for a whole lot of content creators now, right? I didn't before, right?
Facts.
But why now? Because
we know too much.
You can't fool the people that do what you do, right? So they know that they're faking the hype for this movie, and their peers know that they're faking the hype for this movie. So everybody knows what's about to happen. It's just a race to try to fool enough people to go pay to go see this shit before it comes out. And hey, how can we best package this turd? Right? So to really allow that guy to shelve something that just made $700 something million, and hey, like it or not, the movie has its fan base. I told you, I literally legit ran into a person that said that was their favorite movie ever. I told that story. Right? So it had a fan base. The Penguin Show did dope. Millions of viewers, right? Not hundreds of thousands like Peacemaker.
And coming from me, I'm gonna just real quick, just coming from me, I'm probably the biggest Batman fan at the very least on this entire stream. That's chat, panel. I know shit about Batman that like the people who created Batman probably forgot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love me some Batman. And I was not excited about this film at all, nor the sequel. But I admit that it was a quality film, number one, and number two, it was successful. Number three, it has a fan base. It has people who enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's a substantial one. you can literally say, hey, this thing made almost 800 mil, right? So to walk away from that, you'd already know that this is money laundering at this point.
Facts, bro. Bro, this shit don't make no sense, dog.
You know, what else could it be? Like, you're going to, because there's no way to say that, hey, I didn't even mean to rhyme like that, that this makes sense. We're going to clear an entire path, every possibility. We're going to focus all our energy on this unproven dude and this unproven franchise that he's trying to make. That's insane to me. There's no way that you can justify that at all. But yet here we are. So, yeah.
Crazy, bro.
Let me see if I got anything else on the docket here.
Crazy.
I think that's all I got, man. I mean, what are your final thoughts on it all? You did really well with what you just said. It was incredible. And it made a lot of sense and gave a lot of clarity to, the insider thing. Because it's like, hey, man, you can't fool a peer.
Can't fool them, bro. It's never possible.
Yeah.
It's never possible, right? So yeah, I think that the amount of like runway that they're trying to give this dude is insane. And he would have to be asking for this, right? So if he's asking for this much runway, it's because he know this shit is trash, dog. See, and that's why I'm not going for like Gunn is like some sacrificial lamb, because I don't believe that, bro. I don't believe that.
I'm so glad you said that, because
I don't believe that, bro.
That whole narrative of like, we're just going to blame WB or WBD. And it's like, nah, bro.
He's been in on this shit, bro.
You can't make others complicit for the same. And then when it comes to him, all of a sudden we're going to rewrite the narrative on how we view this. No. You got to use the same strategy. Same strategy, right?
Hey, bro.
He's complicit, right? He's involved.
He has to be, bro.
He could say no.
He has to be. Like, ain't no way. Because if I'm a studio and I'm trying to like make some money, I would bank on the thing that made $700 million.
Facts.
Right? Yeah, see, this wouldn't be the, because look, I mean, what got shelved they made like 800, because they shelved Zack, but they try to keep making movies. So like the franchise itself kind of went on. They just went in this wacky ass direction.
Right. Good night, bro.
You know what I mean? If that would be like them bringing somebody else in to come finish the Robert Pattinson Batman movies. Right?
Right.
But hey, I would much rather see the Batman Part 2 than watch whatever the fuck James Gunn got coming.
100%. Literally.
I'm sure Leon would too. I'm sure he'd buy a ticket.
Yes. This time I would show up to the theater.
Right?
100%.
If you had to pick,
100%. Bro, if they're side by side, like if they're giving free tickets to go see Superman L versus I have to purchase a ticket to go see the Batman 2 on the same day, I'm going to go see the Batman 2, probably multiple viewings, depending on how good it is. And then I'll decide if I want to grab. Yeah. And then I'll decide if I want to go grab the free ticket that they're handing out to go see Superman L, right?
Yeah. Nah, it's just a better quality film, bro.
Thank you, Bishop.
Like, I didn't like certain choices that were made with the Batman character specifically, but quality-wise, it was very well shot. Fuck, cinematography was dope. Score was dope. You know, I mean, outside of the something in the way. Like, bro,
there was some corny goofball stuff that happened in the movie for sure. Hell, there was goofball shit that happened in The Dark Knight in hindsight, right? No movie's perfect, but if we're gonna, like, I would fight in the honor of the Batman before I'd fight in the honor of what looks to be an L in the form of James Bum's Superman.
Y'all saw that haircut, bro.
Industry experts, you know. So
yeah, I can't wait to find out more, bro, because I'm about to ask questions.
Yeah, 100%. So
crazy.
So yeah, let me see the chat. How much was the budget for Bad Girl? That's another movie that people should be chattering about. I think everybody should just start championing all the movies that Warner Brothers tried to ditch, man. Honestly,
I don't think they can put that out now.
No, they can't. They legally can, but just to fuck with them, right?
Yep. Hey. I'm all for storming the gate.
For sure. Danger says, I think it does speak for something that Reeves showed respect for Zack and Affleck. Absolutely. And Zack did for Reeves with the Batman trailer, while Zack has been radio silent on anything with
Zack ain't about to fucking
exactly. You know, but he's a buddy. He's a buddy.
Right.
You know. Nah, man. Zack has better things to do. The man is cooking, and he's literally has an apron on. Yeah. Well, man, this is a dope stream, man. I appreciate you coming through, man. Man, I think we can dissect and unpack this on a later date. You know, maybe I can get some more inside information, maybe even some details about the movie, right? Who knows? We'll see, right? For now, my final thoughts are, man, it's all about this sell movement, bro. That's where I'm at with it. And, you know, I see people being cute online and saying, like, you know, hey, when Amazon Prime buys the Snyderverse after Superman flop, and it's like, you guys are so funny the way you're like trying to talk around the thing. Like, he's literally at Netflix, but you know, let's talk about everything but Netflix, guys. Well, at least you're on board with the Snyderverse being sold. At least you're finally on board with that.
Weird,
right?
Bro. Movies is weird, bro.
Right.
They would rather Zack be unhappy, dog.
They would, man. It's insane just to, like, I don't know, keep up Twitter appearances or something. I don't know.
All right. Question real quick. You think they'd rather have it sold to Netflix or it just not happen at all? Be honest.
The way they act, man, I ain't gonna hold you, dog. I ain't gonna hold you. It's iffy. I'm leaning towards.
That's a question for the chat.
It's crazy to me, but you know what? Don't let my question influence or my answer influence you. I would love to hear what the chat thinks about that. Chat, please answer that question if you will. You know what I'm saying? Please let us know what y'all think. Do you think that the denizens of the social media Twitter, do you think that they actually want to see Zack's work continued on Netflix, or is this one of those situations where just to be, you know, contrarians, just to be assholes, they'd rather it not come out? Because I see people talk about Netflix now, even after the success of Rebel Moon. I see key accounts talk about Netflix as if they're still the dirty stepchild.
It's weird, bro.
It's very weird.
It's weird, bro.
It's very weird.
They got Monday Night Raw, dog.
And I ain't even a WWE head like that, but I must admit,
I watched the beginning. That shit was crazy.
I must admit,
I was even getting choked up.
It's for the casuals. You know what I'm saying? It is. It's for the casuals. But the presentation was spectacular. To me, it reminded me of like the Batman, where the presentation is just spectacular, but like there's interior shit going on that I'm just not rocking with like that.
Yeah.
But they still got it though.
Hey, I saw the opening little intro before I was getting ready for the stream. That shit, the presentation was off the chain. Facts.
Yeah, man. Man, it's Netflix or never, bro. Like, let's just cut it out. And
I think they choose never, dog.
if a third party comes along and gets it, I'm with it. I'm with the shits. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Amazon does want to come through and get it, but I'm gonna talk to the people that currently Zack Snyder is incredibly happy with. He's happy with them. So those are pretty much my final thoughts, guys. Let's stick with Zack Snyder's Cell movement. Let's continue to push the hashtags. Hell, let's continue to engage. Let's continue to have conversations with people outside. I had a guy stop me in the grocery store when I had on my Cell shirt, and he literally, it was the no pawn shirt, and he was just like, I didn't say nothing. I was just chilling, had my headphones on, head down, doing my thing. And the guy stopped me and said, "Hey, man," we had never talked before that. And he was like asking me all these questions about the shirt. And I was like, oh my God. So shout out, first of all, to Austin, who created a shirt design that is very attractive to people, because he's not the only one. I've had women stop me at random when I'm walking to the car. They're staring. And I'm like, I look at the shirt and they go, "That's cool. What is that?" And then I have to explain real quick. So, let's engage with the people, man. And when you go to explaining and then you find out they've actually watched the movies, it gets even crazier. I haven't talked to one person that has said, "I don't want to see this stuff continue." Not one. Not a one. So keep up the good work, guys. We're making noise. It's just up to Netflix to decide what they want to do, and hopefully they can convince WBD to stop acting like they can afford to keep it. Sell that shit, bro. Quit playing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, with that being said, if Scott doesn't have anything else,
hey, it just feels good to be back over here, bro. Thanks for allowing me to do the stream with you. And yeah, man, shouts out to the platform, dog. More growth, more life. You dig?
More life. Maybe I'll make a habit of this. Maybe. We'll see. But until then,
we still trying, y'all.
Have a good one.
When you enter the lair, show some decorum. Hit the like, share, and subscribe to the new geeks.